It's been said your appreciation for a place is partly down to your level of comfort. Welcome to Palermo in Sicily. My name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Palermo. Yesterday I arrived into Palermo after a 23-hour coach journey on Flixbus from Milan. I was very, very tired because I hadn't slept in around about 26 hours. I also hadn't eaten in about 24 hours because all you get are the occasional pastries at these service centres and rest stops along the way. Not the thing I want to be feeding on. It was raining, in fact there was a thunderstorm. Cars were slicing through puddles, it was crowded, it was noisy, cars were parked everywhere, and it reminded me of everything I hated about Naples. So I thought, I'm not going to start my video today because I'm starting in the wrong frame of mind. I'll wait until tomorrow. Well, today is tomorrow, and I've had my breakfast, which was included at my hotel, and it included cannoli. It's going to be a perfect day. There's absolutely no shortage of cacti around here. These are nasty looking things. My first impression of Palermo is, you know when you have an anthill and you disturb it with a big stick? That's what it's like. It's all over the place, but it seems to do the job. It's a little bit chaotic. Zebra crossings are voluntary only. And when crossing a road, you've got to look in all directions, including up and down. Traffic's everywhere. Another thing which had me in the wrong frame of mind yesterday was the fact that my phone had almost run out of power. But I come with a plan B, and it's called a map. And on this map, I actually had marked where my hotel was. It's about 1.5 kilometres, 2 kilometres from the centre of Palermo, so I was able to find it. The very nice man at check-in gave me a map and marked some attractions which I didn't actually already have marked on my map. So I've got double the things to see today. We should get going. I like to grow things from seed, so I thought while I'm here in Palermo, I might try and get some cacti flowers, dry them at home, and see if I can grow cacti from seed in Paisley. Note to self, watch out for those nasty big spikes, which I did do, but I forgot that they also have very fine spikes, and my hands are now covered in these microscopic little thorns, and I cannot get them out, and they're so sore. But at least I'll have some cacti growing in Paisley, hopefully in the next few months. Right, let's do some sightseeing. It's always nice to see my police escort is where they're supposed to be. There's no shortage of cacti here in Palermo. They're everywhere. Everyone's heading up these stairs, so let's see where they go. Apart from having microscopic cacti thorns in my hands, which are an absolute nightmare to remove, I've also got a couple of mosquito bites. It didn't take them long to realise I was in town. I think these mosquitoes, these Italian mosquitoes, must get some kind of newsletter or something saying, hey, exotic Scotsman in town, buon appetito. I've got one on my second smallest toe, and it's not comfortable. Hey, I'm glad I came up to this park. This is actually stunning up here. Yeah, this is a beautiful park. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I didn't start this Palermo video yesterday on an empty stomach, deprived of sleep in the rain. Beautiful. Today's forecast, maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. I'm happy with that, yep. That is the Palazzo Reale and Cappella Palatina. And I know that because it says so on that sign. If I had a few days here in Palermo, that would be a definite, but I'm here on a flying visit, and there's a big line as well to buy tickets. Give me palm trees and I'll show you a happy man. See, that's why I think if I got stranded on a desert island, I'd be pretty happy there. I could survive okay, and there's palm trees as well. What could possibly go wrong? I'd make an interesting video as well. A 7-day stranding on a desert island in the South Pacific. There's an idea. Right, this is seriously busy.
Right here, good.
It never ceases to amaze me how you can go from really, really quiet streets to total bedlam in just a few blocks. This place is really beautiful, but I bet it's rife with pickpockets and crying children, but mainly pickpockets. The Cathedral of Palermo, absolutely stunning on the outside. Can you imagine what it must be like inside? Unfortunately, I don't have the time to go and look at cathedrals as well. I've got an itinerary to complete today, but I think I will be back to Palermo. Okay, there's an antiques market around the corner. Let's have a look. The market is actually a street made up of little shop vendors. I thought this place would have been packed considering it's just around the corner from the cathedral, but obviously not. There's some lovely things in those shops, but I didn't want to dwell too long. But I do wonder, do people kind of wake up in the morning and think, you know, I might go out and buy a 12-inch ceramic rooster? I mean, a lot of that stuff must just be random, or you're a professional collector, or you buy and resell. But there's not a lot of people there. In fact, I only saw 2 other tourists. Yeah, there are definitely some grotty parts of Palermo, but I guess that's what gives it character. I have noticed when you step off the tourist beaten track and you start taking a video or a photograph of something, you do get people watching you. Probably because they're not used to seeing tourists taking videos and photographs of things in this area. Yeah, this is definitely not a tourist area, but I'm just taking one of my famous shortcuts. Let's hope I end up in the right part of Palermo and not the wrong part. And just like that, here we are, Teatro Massimo. Described online as being a lavish auditorium built in 1897, remains Italy's largest with a seating capacity of 1,387. Wherever you find wads of tourists, you always find loads of places so you can eat al fresco and have a drink. I'm not fussed about the food because I've had my breakfast, I had my cannoli, but a drink. But then again, I'm Scottish, I have my reputation to think of. It is actually 20 minutes to 12 and I'm getting a little bit thirsty, and I do know alcohol is not a way of hydrating, but it certainly tastes good. The glass says it's Perrier, so it must be true. Have you seen the cost of some of these tours? Oof! Palermo is beautiful. It really has surprised me. I've had a Moretti, I'm quite happy now, I've rehydrated. Let's go exploring. What I do when I'm somewhere for the first time is I have a printed map, I mark on the map where I need to go, work out a route, and now I'm heading down to the port. And I was wondering whether I was actually heading to the port or not. And I can see a ferry in the distance. I'm heading for the port. What is it with ports and their high security? You can go to some airports and they have observation decks. You can go onto the platforms at railway stations and you can wander around bus stations. But when it comes to ports, oh, no chance. Why is the big deal? I thought I'd wander in with this group. There's a TUI cruise ship here and Costa Cruises. I mean, I look like a tourist. I've got the hat, I've got the glasses, I've got the bum bag or fanny pack. Let's see how far I can get. I got as far as the first checkpoint. This lady, looking immaculate in a uniform, was checking to make sure people were getting on the right ship. Toscana, Toscana, si, Toscana. And that's all she was doing, just pointing people in the right direction, and she was getting overwhelmed. I could have slipped past her easily. The problem is, the next checkpoint you don't get past because you have to have one of your boarding passes, and also getting out again at this late stage could be questionable because no one should be leaving the ship at this late stage. You should be getting back on board for departure. So I thought, let's just stop while I'm ahead. I have no idea what this place is. Looks like some kind of posh marina, but there were people walking down there and I thought, let's follow them and find out. I've got this ability of finding rich people with luxury yachts and marinas as well. I've also sussed out what's going on over there. Quite a few people wandering around and a lot of police as well. The convention centre is off limits to commoners like me, and I thought, I wonder what's going on. I dug a little deeper and I snooped around, and apparently they're celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Italian Coast Guard. As to how much photography is allowed down there, I'm not pushing my luck too much, but I have to go back that way anyway, so let's see what I can get away with. Large numbers of uniformed officials and me holding various cameras doesn't make me feel at ease. I wouldn't want to be seen breaking the law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
I knew that was coming at some point, I just didn't know when. Now that's got a bit of class and style to it, hasn't it? I'm about 3/4 of the way around the city centre. Now I'm going to head into the old town. I wanted to film more of that fountain, but some of the statues are a bit graphic for YouTube, and this is a family channel after all. Oof. How beautiful is Palermo? It has exceeded my expectations. Okay, gelato, yes, I've done that. Cannoli, plural, yes, I've done that. And I'm back here again where I started this morning. I'm going to go back to the hotel, I'm going to recharge my batteries, I'm going to recharge the batteries of my GoPro and my phone, and after a bit of a rest, I think we'll go out again. Just for a laugh, I was reading up on the Italian highway code, or the equivalent to it. And apparently, yes, if you step onto a zebra crossing, motorists are expected to stop for you. Otherwise, it's regarded as a violation. Boy, I see a lot of violations. Only when you physically stand in front of the car do they stop, and even then just reluctantly. The hotel has a lovely courtyard. That's where breakfast is served. And my room right ahead. Look out for those nasty cactuses. Oh, it's good to be back. I've been walking for about 6 hours now and it's warm out there. I'll give you a quick guided tour of the room. There's not much to show you, but I'll show you what you do get for £44. I get a nice large mirror and one of those luggage things where you can store your bags. A large desk. The window is louvered. It's also got insect screen on it, which is okay as long as you don't bring insects in with you. If you do, as I did yesterday, you've got a captive audience and they can't escape. A TV. It is a single. That does the job. That is the only PowerPoint I can find anywhere. Just there. And let's go into this little bit here. Nice big wardrobe. Confusingly, there's a safe there which isn't working. And pillows, coat hangers, that kind of stuff. It also comes with a fridge, which is nice and handy if you have nice cool drinks. There's a second window here with the insect screen as well. Right, let's look at this bathroom. There's not a great deal to show you, it's a bathroom. But it is relatively clean. The shower is fine, although there are signs of mildew. But I've used that twice and I will be using it a third time very shortly. And it does the job. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to go and have a shower. I'm going to relax for a little bit and then I might go out and have dinner. It is only 4 o'clock. I haven't had lunch because when I get hot, I just don't eat a lot. I might drink a bit more, but I don't eat a lot. So dinner about 6, 7 o'clock? Okay, I'll see you then. So this is the Hotel d'Orleans. Now I picked it for 2 reasons. Firstly, it was a good price, and secondly, I had good recommendations. I booked it through booking.com and it was given an 8.2 out of 10, and through TripAdvisor 4.0 out of 5, only let down by its location. It is a little bit out of town, about a mile from the main attractions, but if you don't mind walking in the sunshine, it's fine. And they do a buffet breakfast and they have cannoli. Right, let's go and get some dinner. I do love the garden here. Yeah, I'm just going out with my phone, not with the camcorder, because I don't want to look like too much of a tourist wandering around the streets of Palermo at night. So let's go. Well, this is where I started my walk this morning, so I know roughly where I'm going this time. Into the busy part, because that's where the food is. I found that earlier on today. I realise I'm in Palermo. The beer is from Munich, but still. That carbonara was really good, but still not as good as what Sue makes at home. Right, I've also had 2 Paulinas, which has hydrated me quite well, so I'm going to head back to the hotel. Okay, one last breakfast and one last cannoli here in Palermo. Cannoli for breakfast. This is a great little hotel. Unfortunately, I have to check out now, but I will be back here in Palermo. It surprised me. I knew it was a lovely city, but I didn't realise how lovely. and there are a couple of things I really must see in the area. So thanks very much for coming along, and I'll see you next time.